Good morning, Team Sugar Free. It's your girl Denise with Keto with Denise, but this is for our team breaking the sugar addiction. I'm coming to you live this Saturday morning before I get out and about and running errands. I want to do this quick demonstration so that we can understand how to really check for hidden sugars in the everyday foods that we eat. So this little demonstration, if you're out there, jump on, say hi to me, say something, but this is going to be one of those eye-opening experiences. So don't have a whole lot of different foods, but this is just the idea of what I want you to stick with. So remember, I always talk about checking the food labels. Always check your labels so you can see. So here's what I want you to do. Oh, by the way, you see my I Broke the Sugar Addiction shirt. For all of you that took the 14-day challenge, this is what you're going to be getting any day now. So just, I'll let you know when the orders have been shipped. But anyway, so we have more of these types of t-shirts that are coming. But I'm going to start with something that everybody says is super, super healthy for us, and that's oatmeal, right? So this is oatmeal. This is what I want you to start doing. Go into your pantry, just like I'm in the kitchen right now, go in the kitchen. Grab the foods that you always eat on a regular basis, and let's do this together. So the first thing you're going to do is go straight to the carbohydrates in that food item. And this particular item, it says 27 grams of carbs. I don't want you looking at sugars. I want you looking at carbs right now. Okay? And that's per serving. So you want to make sure you know what the serving size really is. In this case, with this oatmeal, it's 27 grams of sugar per 1/4 cup. All right, that's the first thing. The next thing you're going to do is look at the amount of fiber, because you get to deduct the fiber out of the carbohydrate count. So in this case, I've got 4 grams of fiber out of the 27 grams of sugar. So in this case, deduct the 4 from 27. In this case, I'm going to have 23 grams of carbs in 1/4 cup. 23 grams of carbs. Let's see what that looks like. So by the way, it's 1/4 cup, right? So let me just measure out. This is 1/4 cup. And I'll make sure it's full but not overflowing. That's 1/4 cup of oatmeal. And I'm going to pour that off just like that. Okay? So that's my serving size. And you know, you may eat that much, you may not. So next thing you're going to do is to see how much sugar then is really in that 1/4 cup of oatmeal. Here's your formula. Easy breezy, best way to do it. Remember I said take the number of carbs, subtract the number of fiber. In this case, we have 23 grams of carbs. So every 4 grams of carbs equals 1 teaspoon of sugar. So just do the math. 4 into 23 is almost 6 teaspoons of sugar. It's 5 3/4, right? So I'm going to count out. I've got this little hefty old bin. You know this should be in the trash right now, but didn't trash it, don't use it. This little bin of Domino's sugar, I'm going to count out 5 3/4 teaspoons, not the bigger tablespoon, but the smaller teaspoon, and let's see how this adds up. So I said it was 5 3/4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a little bit more. I'm not going to fill it all the way up. 5 3/4. That's how much sugar that I just took in that one item, and that was just oatmeal. So let's just say you had a bowl of oatmeal for breakfast and you were content with that, but you did eat lunch and you decided to have some rice for lunch. In this case, we're going to do the same thing. If you guys were in the room with me, I'd have you now calculate this same formula. It's the same all day long. I look at the total carbohydrates in this yellow rice is 43 grams. Is there any fiber in it? 1 gram. So this is 42 grams of carbs. Why am I doing this? Why am I looking at carbs? Because carbs turn to sugar in the body. It's not your ice cream, it's not your cookies, it's not your cake. It's the hidden sugar that turns to, the hidden carbs that turn to sugar in your body. And that's why you want to look at everything. So we just did the math here. So that means we've got 42 grams of carbs. And how much is a serving? 2 ounces. You know what 2 ounces is? It's 4 tablespoons. Let's do the math. So 4 tablespoons of rice. So let's count it out. And you might eat 4 tablespoons by the time you cook it and it absorbs in water. That might be a good serving size for you. That's 4 tablespoons of yellow rice. So let's just say you had that for lunch with probably some baked chicken. Maybe you did good with some green beans even. That's a common meal, rice and green beans or whatever. So this is your 2 ounces. Let's count out now. Remember you had the oatmeal for breakfast, you had some rice for lunch. And how many did I say? 42 grams. Divide 4 into that. That'll give you 10.5 teaspoons of sugar. Let's count it out. Stay with me on this, and I hope you guys are getting it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not done counting, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.5. Let me get that half in there because I got to count it all. So far today, it's lunchtime. You've had oatmeal, you've had some rice, some green beans, some chicken, and I'm, those will let go. You might have had some fruit. I don't have that in here either. But you see how much sugar in one day. I'm not done. I haven't done any snacks. Haven't done the candy or a little quick soda or any of that. Haven't done that yet if you were still taking that in, or if you decided I'm going to have a little cheat day. I'm going to just enjoy this little candy bar or this little slice of cake. I haven't had dinner yet. And so if I were to do dinner, and I know this isn't necessarily typical of everybody's meals, but I'm really doing this as a demonstration to give you an idea of how much sugar goes in our bodies. If I had some macaroni or pasta for dinner, guess what? Doing the same thing we just did. Carbohydrates, 42 grams. And fiber, 3. So if I do the math, 39 grams of carbs in this. And I got 9 teaspoons of sugar. 9. I just counted out 10 to get here. I would do 9 more. I just have to do this for the sake of example. Let's just count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and just a little bit more because it was 39, remember? Almost 10. One day, this is how much sugar. This is why we break this sugar addiction. This is why we're here. This is why we're here to say, let me find the hidden sugar in foods that I think are okay. Oatmeal, I thought that was okay. Well, not if you're combining it with everything else. That was a lot of sugar. Take a look at those crackers that you like to eat with your soups and your salads and other things. Take a look at that. Go into your own kitchen today. Pause for a second. Get in that pantry, get in that freezer, get in that refrigerator. Start pulling those items out and do the same thing that I just did so you can begin to see where that sugar is, where it's hidden, especially if you're having problems, following the sugar-free way of life or even keto. Perhaps you've got some hidden sugars. If you're still eating pancakes and still using the barbecue sauce, this stuff has tons of hidden sugar in it. 74% of all packaged goods have sugar in them. Sugar's been added. So hopefully this has been very, very informative for you. This is the stuff that we talk about for those of you that are following the Keto with Denise program that you have already enrolled and signed up for. You've got this and tons more. The document that's stored in your 2-week keto prep overview is like 9 pages of information about all of this kinds of stuff and more. You'll see that there. You should have seen it already, but I wanted to bring this to the entire team, just a little snippet of what that overview will do in helping you understand the sugar. So take a moment, do this for yourself. Hopefully this was helpful for you, and then we'll go from there, okay? So we'll see you on the next live broadcast, everybody. Have a good one. Bye now.